another one. We the best music. All right. Hi, everyone, and welcome to the next episode of Ask the Producer series. We have a new pack that came out this week, which is Igazi, and that entails the genre of Amapiano. Amapiano had its origins in South Africa. I'm not going to go through much of the history. There are a lot of things that we can go through in this genre. It's become this huge phenomenon. It's gone out into all different places of the world. It is an incredibly intoxicating genre. So with that said, let's go through all of the basics and everything that you need to know around the genre when it comes to instruments and how to get that vibe going. So let's jump into the studio. So now that we're in the studio, I have loaded up the Igazi demo project because the thing is, creating something like this will take a little bit longer than 10 minutes. So let's go through what we have here so you can really understand what's going on. So one of the main things when it comes to the Amapiano genre, and I think that all of you know where I'm about to go, but here we have what is called a log drum. And the log drum is used as a bass in this genre. So let's listen to it. So actually what a log drum is that it is a drum that is made out of a log, basically. So you have this long log that has been carved out to be able to have the kind of acoustic tone, very much like the 808. If you go back to what the 808 actually was, the 808 was a kick drum out of a drum machine. And here we have a drum that has been tuned to be able to fit kind of like playing the bass instead, making it go from a percussive instrument to a melodic instrument. But you can hear that it's kind of clunky in the sound. So that is element number one. Element number two, classic, shaker. So these two elements are very prominent in Amapiano. There are some other elements, but these are the bare minimum what you need to have. I mean, already here we got a groove going, right? And if we're thinking of this from how to program the log drums, so if you're counting it with the metronome, what you'll notice is that the log drum has bias towards hitting it on not any of the hits with the metronomes. So if you listen to the log drum here, the bass does not come in on the one. It comes in syncopated right before the next hit. So here we have the two, and then we zoom in a little bit more. We can see that it comes in right here. So that's where the first hit comes. And that's the thing that with log drums that you can see in a lot of Amapiano is that there is a bias towards not coming in on the 1, 2, 3, and 4. Try to program it in off beats so you get a little bit more of that groove going. So if we listen to it now with the metronome going, ding, 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 ding. So that's one on, that's off, off, on, off, off. Because the main thing about Amapiano is to get people moving. Very intoxicating, very dance friendly. Another thing, there are these attention grabbing elements that come from, what are those called? Like the vuvuzela, kind of like horn thingies, or a whistle. So this is kind of just to grab attention, spike the ear to sort of get a little bit more energy into it. So here we have a whistle. That is also an element that is very important to have in your productions. And then, so here we have an electric piano playing the main keys. And it's got this jazz infused kind of chord sets. And then you can layer it together with what we have here is a synth. Sort of give you more space, more width. Another thing that I would want to mention also in the percussive package, we'll listen to it with the shaker on, and then we add a little bit of a percussive hit. And then the bass drum, and then another percussive hit. So Percussion is very, very important to have here. So like try to keep it sparse, because the thing is like the genre is, it's very mindful. It's very demure kind of in that sense of having very, very tastefully added percussive elements, but there's quite a lot of them. You don't want to overdo it. You want to add the ones that really make sense, the ones that can kind of stand on their own in the mix so you can hear that they're actually there. Each of these elements have their own distinct pattern, their own distinct sound, and it makes them really stand out when they're actually making noise. So now if we listen to the entire package as is, it's a very, very smooth moving production. And that's the thing, it's supposed to get you moving. It's supposed to get you like in that rhythm. You want to go with it, right? Also because of Amapiano's origins coming from house music is usually in the range of like 123 to 128. But Amapiano kind of took house music and slowed it down. Still very dance friendly, but it has a lower tempo. So this project is in 115. So I think you can keep the range to like 110 to 120. That's a pretty good range for it. And finally, the log drum is the main element here. So as we're moving through different sections, if we listen to the first section, the log drum being kind of sparse. Now that we're moving into the chorus, it gets a little bit more busy. So it's working a lot with octaves jumping between, but you still have that same rhythm going on, being off the beat. Dun, dun. And that also right there, did you hear it? That is a log drum roll, I guess. So you hear it like playing 3 very fast notes. So that is really good to kind of like intensify the beat as you're moving through it. You want it to evolve a little bit. You want it to kind of build a little bit, have a little bit of a story through it. So if we're listening to the 2 basses going side by side, nothing in between, allow it to kind of breathe. And then it becomes a little bit more expressive. So there we have it. There's a lot of things going on with Amapiano. I think that this is a good kind of foundation to stand on when you're creating it for the first time. There's a lot of different elements available in the Igazi pack, so check that out and see what you like. Through that, you can sort of like get your bearing. Just make sure that you have a good enveloping kind of feeling. Make sure that it's sparse, but make sure to have enough hits to kind of like get you grooving, right? If you enjoyed the content, leave a comment down below asking any more questions that you might have so we can make another video on this. But with this Amapiano pack, I'm really excited that it's finally out in the studio. So if you sign up now, you get a 1-month free trial and you can try out this and much more. And with all of that said, thank you for watching and I'll see you in the next one. Peace out.